Charlie's in the way. All right, you guys, this is a really cute little gelding. He is half Arabian and half American saddlebred. He's young. I believe they said he's 6 years old. He was being them as an aid to guide him. So she's just using the barrels as an aid to kind of guide him. So he's a 6-year-old, half Arabian. The note says that he's half American saddlebred and half Polish Arabian is actually what the note says. And it does say that he has been at a lesson facility and that he was broke by working students and that he has been started over ground poles. And aside from just some small cross rails, he hasn't done any other jumping. And it does say that he does have a walk, trot, and canter without buck, but that's all that he knows. So he's a little bit young probably to be a lesson horse or a little inexperienced, but he could work for working students. Or if you guys have like a 13-year-old little girl at home that just wants to freaking go ride and just dying to just do this every day, he would be cool. I mean, he's a nice horse. He's easy to catch. He's very sound. He's 6 years old. He could go English or Western, but he is very much so just a little bit inexperienced and green. He has a nice walk, trot. He does turn both directions, stop and back up, but I would say he's just a little bit better than green broke. It does say that he does have a walk, trot, canter with no buck. Again, started over some cross rails, mostly ground poles. No real jumping experience though, and was started and trained by working students. You can see right there he has a nice trot. He really does want to trot out nice. Jess is loving it. She's just absolutely loving it. That's how I know if you have like a 13-year-old little girl at home. Good job, Jess. Now trot him in this direction. Let's do some figure eights and just kind of show him. Again, he does have a nice little foundation to him. He's obviously had, a lot of kids on him and around him. He tries to have some patience to him, but he is just a little bit better, I think, than green broke. But he will go left. He will go right. He will stop. She's been trotting him through the barrels. He wants to do everything right. I mean, he's not a problematic horse. He's just a 6-year-old that's a little bit better than green. And I can tell you there's a 13 or 14-year-old little girl out there that has always wanted her own horse. And she wants to put her Tom Thumb and her halter and go ride down the side of the road with her friends. And he is right up her alley. He's got a good trot. He wants to just go be somebody's pet. I don't think he wants to probably be a fancy show horse or a 1D barrel horse, but he is looking for that person that wants to just do liberty work and enjoy their horse on the weekends. Hell, you might be 63, not 13, and that's what you're looking for. But he has no buck, no stupid. He really wants to do good and be good. He's a beautiful gelding. And not only that, he wants to do everything right. I mean, he has tried to do everything Jess has asked, just super willingly. Again, like I said, I don't think that he's cut out to go be like a jumper or a 1D barrel horse. Those are not his calling, but I do think if you're looking for something to just do liberty work with and build a relationship and just kind of have that, like, I don't want to say, traders jokingly call it a backyard bond, which I don't really think it's a joke. I think there's a lot of beauty and truth to that. I think having a horse that you ride on the weekends that's your friend is badass. So not to make a joke out of it, but I do think that he's the perfect candidate for that. Yeah, that's better. Jess is loving it. She's like, he's just turning off my legs. She was like, that was just leg. I didn't even have to pull. So she's just loving getting to just ride him around. And he's young. He's coming 6 this year. So just a very good age. He wants to do everything right. And while he's not old enough to be a duder, I think it's kind of that. The backyard bond horses are kind of the younger version. The people that have the carrot sticks and do liberty work. And this horse would love that. Like, he would love for somebody to just spend time with him. Like, he comes directly to the gate. He wants to take cookies. He wants to, like, you know, sniff your head and lick your face and just kind of be annoying. And he would love somebody that just wants a best friend. Like I said, I don't think he's going to work for somebody that wants to be competitive. Yeah, she can bring him closer. Come this way, Jess. Come up here closer. Will you trot some circles? Just kind of use this barrel as the center so they can see him trot out. Just a super cute little horse. Yeah, he definitely is. He just young and wants somebody to spend time with him and do all the things. He's super willing. If somebody were to do this every day, you know, just a couple days a week and just, he's probably 15-1. He's not a tiny horse. Do we know how tall he is? He's what?
Perfect size, I think, where you don't need a mounting block, but he's not tiny.
Yeah, Jess said, I feel like he's super perfect size. She goes, I didn't need a mounting block, but he's not a tiny horse. So he's probably around 15 hands. He wants to be soft in the face. He wants to just do all the things. Yeah, he's like, I did it. I did it. I did it. Hooray! And you're like, oh.
He's like, I'm not an Arab, I'm a quarter horse.
Yeah, except for that tail's off. Good try, buddy.
No one will know.
Hello, this is Tara. Other direction, Jess. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you do. You don't have a choice. Yeah, but regardless, we don't have transport there, so you have to do on-site pickup and then just arrange your own transportation. So you have to select on-site pickup. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's no problem. It just means that you're picking up and you don't expect for us to transport because we don't do that. Yep, no worries. Okay, if you need anything else, just give me a call, okay? Uh-huh. Yeah, he's super. No, he's super. And if you read the note that came from the people who sold him is on there. I mean, he's just super unproblematic. How do you like the other horse that came? Everything's good there?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. 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 A little bit thin. But I mean, he came in thin. But yeah, just super. Like, probably going to be the best horse you guys have, honestly. I think that you'll just be totally impressed as you get to working with him. Yep. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yep, and I'm doing one right now you might want to take a look at. I'm doing a 6-year-old half Arabian. It says he's half Arabian, half saddlebred, but I that may be right, or half quarter horse. And he's been in a lesson program. The working students broke him, and he's been started over some ground poles, and I'm telling you, he's fire fantastic. Like I would, yeah. Yep, and he's going to be in that same budget. He doesn't have one, 173. And I'm live as I speak to you. If you go online, we're talking on my live video. It's fine. Jess is just, yeah, no worries. I mean, but I will tell you that he's, you know what's funny is Jess was riding him. I kind of was thinking about that whenever you told me kind of your game plan. You might want to look at him too, because I think Dylan is headed that way maybe Wednesday. And he probably would do a pretty good twofer type deal, you know, where you could get a little, you know, buy one, get one half off type transport thing. Yep. And the 20% would work for him too. Yep. He's 15-1. Yep. And he's going to be a little bit stouter, but I'm telling you, he's 6 and he's sound. And Jess is just, they said that their working students broke him, which is great. And he's been started over ground poles, and Jess has kind of done the barrels. He's just perfect for what you're looking for. Like, I'm just, from the conversations we've had, him and Fox both have that same, like, I just told him online, he needs like a 13-year-old little girl that has like a pocket full of peppermints and wants to ride for like 7 hours on Saturday. You know, like, Yeah, like he's dying for that. Yeah, Jess keeps telling me, she's like, he's so good. And sometimes the 13-year-old little girl in Jess comes out. It's there. She's like, I could put twinkle toes on him. He's got white socks. I'm like, please stop. Stop now. So I'm fixing to put him online, but I would definitely take a look at this video as soon as we hang up. Because I think you would be, yeah. Yeah, Jess is in love with him. But yeah, he's Arabian. I think he might be Arab quarter horse. It says Arab saddlebred. I don't have any reason to argue Arab saddlebred, but I mean, pretty substantial, like muscle-wise. You know, you can tell he's going to be a thick, good-looking horse. But he carries his tail like an Arab. You know, he kind of gets that little tail going. Yeah. So I think him and Fox would be a pretty fantastic pair. You would have. I know, but I love Scooter. So I knew Scooter was going to be great. She took Scooter there to be part of their program, and then her daughter was like, stole, this is mine. Yeah. So then they bought the big gray barrel horse, the really good one. What did you guys name him? They named him Apache.
What was that, Biggie?
They call him Smoking Silver Apache. What'd you say, Jess?
Was that Biggie?
No, not Biggie. What did we call him? He just had Fletcher. It was Fletcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Fletcher. That's right. That was right, Fletcher. But you know what? Apache is better. Poor Fletcher. He just had that, like, Fletcher. Now he has personality, and he's got, like, a whole show name. He's got, like, yeah. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. All right, well, Fox will be more than happy to go to you, because I'm telling you, he'll fit in with that bunch, and you'll be wildly excited to see him. He's probably gained 150 pounds since he's been here, and I will have the girls take a photo when they go back here in a bit to check everything, so that you can see. That horse has gained a ton of weight, so when you get him, you'll be, yeah, he had no top line. All right, so we will get you pictures of him, and then... Okay, no problem. All right, talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye. Poor Fletcher. He was my favorite. And Fletcher, he's like, I'm not Fletcher anymore. I'm a pet smoking silver Apache. And he's like, we're like Fletcher. And he's like, no, I'm fancy now.
Back it up.
Back it up. He's like, it's like, you know, like when somebody gets their come up, he's like, shh. We won't talk about the Fletcher days, is right. He's like, shh, shh. I came from the Cupignon. And we're like, it's a Kilpin. And he was like, no, I'm from Cupignon, Texas. And we're like, okay, Fletcher. He's like, next day on the Fletcher stay. And we're like, oh, okay. Smoking Silver Apache. And he's like, I mean, it's Apache to you since we're old friends, but.
Literally.
Sir. The only thing I noticed, I didn't notice this before. He has a scar. It's not bad. I didn't notice it till you stopped him right there. I was like, what in the... Yeah, it's not big. I mean, it's not a...
He said, I'll tell them.
Yeah, it's really not. Just a little divot. All right, a little bit more trotty. A little more trotty, sir. I feel like we should name him Three Socks. Yeah, because he's 173, so I can remember that. 3 Socks. Actually, I want to call him Dryer. You know how the dryer always steals one sock and you never can find it? They'll be like, ma'am, why did you name your horse Dryer? And I'm like, well... It's complicated, you see, but he lost a sock, so the dryer ate it. I love it. He has just a little short shank, tom thumb, western type bit with a smooth mouthpiece. He's now that he's tired, he's like, oh, I'm ready to be done. He really has some good gait. You know, we need to get, that's the only patch of grass we have left is down here. Yep. All right. Oh, he finds the only place that he could possibly trip. We have just one spot where it rained that's holding water because of the grass roots. Okay, just one more big circle around me to the right. Go this way. Come down the fence, and yep, then we'll just be done with him. But I do think he's hilarious. It is a junior working cow horse. No Hit Bit is a fantastic company, and it's got a big, smooth mouthpiece. It's a little bit bigger around than my thumb. Yeah, just a fantastic horse. Yeah. He just definitely wants to just be a good boy. You can tell though that they've worked him around. Like, he wants to get on the fence. He really wants to kind of. Yeah. That's funny. Yep, just stop him right there. Yeah, good boy. He wants to be good, doesn't he? Just a nice coming 6-year-old half Arabian gelding. And he just wants to have such a nice demeanor, you guys. All right, on to the next one.